Hello, and welcome to my Minecraft. This is my creative mode, peaceful play around server where I like to play around with modded Minecraft. At the moment I'm running a Resonant Rise mod pack with the Flux pack or whatever it is, the Yogscast Flux Buddies pack. Running a version of the Sphax dbcraft texture pack, as you might recognize. Today I wanted to show you a trick, well, not so much a trick, but just the thing I do in my Smeltery when I'm playing with my Tinkerscraft Smeltery. It's a mistake, well, not a mistake, but I'll say it's a thing I see a lot of people do when they have a bunch of leftover minerals in their Smeltery. People tend to tip it out on the floor, or at the least pour it out into solid blocks and ingots. Unfortunately, the thing about ingots is they're no longer molten. It takes energy. If you want to put them back into the Smeltery, you have to melt them again. And I know a way to get them out and put them back in without needing to remelt those bits. So let's have a look. First off, this is my Smeltery building. If you've watched the Yogscast, you might recognize this very so slightly as a direct rip-off of Shin's custom Smeltery in his Rule the World series. That's because I couldn't be bothered designing something for myself or using my own brain. I decided to completely steal something from him. Everything's in roughly the same place. One notable difference is that I have oil in my quencher, because, you know, that's what you actually do. Anyway, here's my Smeltery. The controls around the corner and the lava. You can see in my Smeltery I have 224 millibars of aluminium brass. I've probably been making casts or something like that. I've got some leftover stuff. There's not even enough to make an ingot. What do I do? Well, the answer is right above you. What I have here is a seared tank. Any of the glass container thingies would work. Basically, what I do is I grab my seared window or seared glass or seared tank or something like that, and I put it down here below a faucet and whoomp, empty it out. That's pretty straightforward and obvious, really. The cool thing about these windows is whatever's in them stays in them even when you smash them. So what I've done now is I've emptied my Smeltery out. Controller shows nothing at all in there. I have just saved myself 224 millibars, whatever that's worth, of aluminium brass. Now if I wanted to go off and do some crafting, I wanted to make myself a steel something. Just smash my steel container, holding it here, and then here is the tricky part. Aha, so you see what I've got here is a ladder. I made it carpenter's ladder so I could make it match my seared bricks. And then on top I have a drain and a faucet. When I whack my seared tank down, turn on the faucet, see it drains into the drain and back into the Smeltery. And my error fence. This fence is here because I have had some unpleasant accidents falling down in there. It's much better to not fall in. Anyway, what you do is, you pour it in when you've got, either empty your thing in completely, or if you know how much you need, whatever, but drain it in there. Pick up the thingy again because I'm going to need that. And then go off and do my casting, and now you can see I've got a whole bunch of, you can almost see I've got a whole bunch of stuff of steel, molten steel, 10 ingots. So, yeah, I could make a block and an ingot. Or, if I want to keep it liquid, straight back into the tank. And yeah, like I said before, this means I don't have to use up any more lava. The liquid, the molten steel is already molten. As soon as I pour it back in, it's already molten and ready to go. No time waste, no energy, lava waste, nothing. Back into the thingy. I'll put that back up on the wall. And there we go, I'm all good. I've got iron, osmium, nickel, so a bit of shiny that I found somewhere, some leftover manganese, and as I said, some blood. Yeah, but that's all in there, it's all easy enough to do. And that's how I deal with leftover crud in my smeltery. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.